The fastest way to level up your videos is with smart, attention-grabbing edits. If you have ever wondered how top creators are turning long footage into snackable, sticky clips that actually get watched, you are in the right place. Today, I am going to walk you through Editing 101, featuring 10 practical hacks that you can use in almost any editor for any kind of content. I promise these are simple, high-impact moves that will take your storytelling to the next level. Before we jump into the hacks, a couple of quick notes on tools. The editing app itself is not the magic sauce, because what matters is that you pick an interface you actually enjoy using. If you prefer editing on your phone, then go mobile. But if you like granular control, definitely stick to desktop. The techniques I am about to share are universal and work regardless of which platform you choose. Do not try to do all of these at once because less is truly more. Pick a few to develop as your signature moves and rotate them through your content over time. Over-editing can actually distract your audience more than it helps keep them engaged. Finally, the most important thing is that great edits start with great raw content. Fancy transitions will never hide boring footage or bad audio, so make sure your source file is solid first. The first thing I do on every single project after importing footage is the split and trim. This is the foundational, no-brainer hack that defines a professional workflow. Scrub through your clips, find the pauses, mistakes, or awkward beats, and just trim or delete them. Doing that early gives you clean, punchy cuts that keep the viewer watching. Even removing tiny pauses makes a video feel so much more confident and intentional. Hack number 2 is the jump cut, which is my go-to move for talking head content. It keeps momentum and feels conversational without getting disorienting for the viewer. The trick is to split around what you want to remove, nudge the cut point, and if your editor supports it, zoom the clip a touch. Jump cuts are also incredibly useful for tightening up your B-roll sequences. Number 3 is a subtle, slow zoom, which adds a touch of drama and focus. You do not need dramatic Ken Burns-style swoops, as a gentle push-in over a second or two is enough. Use it on intros, or when you really want to call attention to an important line of dialogue. Fourth is playing with speed, which includes slow motion or time-lapse. Slowing a clip a little adds cinematic weight, while speeding it up can show progress or the passage of time. I like shooting at normal speed and applying the change in post so I can choose the exact amount of speed ramping. Even a small tweak in playback speed can change the mood of the sequence massively. Fifth, try pattern interruption by using grids or stacked clips. Instead of one clip after another, show 2 or 3 clips together in a split-screen grid. It is a great way to repurpose horizontal footage into vertical formats or mix angles for variety. It is visually engaging and helps tell more of the story at once. Sixth is text on screen and captions, and you absolutely cannot skip this. Text is how most people will first engage with your content, so placing concise text hooks and using captions is essential. Mix up styles, but do not go overboard, and my rule of thumb is no more than 3 different text treatments. Use closed captions for accessibility and reserve bold, larger text for hooks or big takeaways. Seventh, we need to talk about sound effects. A well-timed click, whoosh, or camera shutter can make cuts feel intentional and fun. Pick sounds that match your vibe, like subtle clicks for a tech aesthetic or swooshes for playful content. Sound effects help signpost changes, emphasize a line of text, or punctuate a punchline. Hack 8 is green screen usage, but I love adding these overlays in post rather than recording that way. It is great for presentation-style segments where you want slides, examples, or screenshots behind you. Just scale yourself down and position to the side so the background visuals are the star. Ninth, add B-roll and picture-in-picture elements. Layer photos, clips, or screen recordings over your talking head to illustrate what you are saying. My biggest tip here is not to edit by ear alone, but to watch the preview carefully. Finally, hack number 10. Pay attention to timing and previewing. Keep your eye on the preview window as you stack text, effects, and cuts. Tiny misalignments can dilute an edit's impact, so watch the whole sequence and trust your eyes. You might be thinking that this is a lot to manage, especially if you are producing content regularly. That is where smart tools start to matter. Not because they are flashy, but because they save time. I have tried everything from mobile apps to desktop workflows, and each has its own pros and cons. If you are dealing with long videos and need to turn them into dozens of clips without spending hours, AI becomes really useful. An assistant like Vizard will scan your long footage, find key moments, and create ready-to-post clips. It narrows down the manual stuff, meaning you still add your signature flair, but the heavy lifting is automated. Vizard also offers auto-scheduling, letting you plan a month of content in a single session. That means you can have content go live automatically according to your preferred timing. The content calendar lets you manage and publish across platforms in one place. Vizard's sweet spot is tying the whole process together. Identify the viral moments, let you brand the clips, and publish. It does not replace craft, but it cuts the repetitive work that eats your time. My workflow tip is to use Vizard to generate candidate clips, then refine them in your favorite editor. Think of Vizard as your first pass editor, the assistant that hands you the highlights so you can finish creatively. Try to create templates or presets for your brand to keep your feed consistent. This saves time, reduces decision fatigue, and makes you look incredibly professional. I would love to hear which of these hacks you are going to try next. Do you want a deep dive where I test different editors to see which is easiest for mobile versus desktop? If you found this helpful, hit subscribe and stay tuned for more in this editing series. We have voiceover tips, scripting guides, and deep dives on talking head setups coming up next. Thanks for watching, and I cannot wait to see what you create.